September is just around the corner, and in today's video we're going to be covering all the Pokemon TCG releases for the month of September. If you want to skip to any particular product, I'll have it timestamped down below. Just hit that like button so it doesn't hurt me too much in the algorithm if you like this kind of content. And you guys went crazy last video, over 1,000 likes, which meant I had to give my dog Misty an extra 1,000 minutes of belly rub. If you guys want me to film the next Pokemon news video, petting my dog Misty the entire video, then that can be arranged. Just hit that like button down below, and if we can hit 1,000 again, we will do that video. Y'all are crazy, man. Also, want to flex on you guys real quick. I bought 2 cards I'm very excited to show to you guys on eBay. We got 2 new copies of Switch, the e-reader versions. I'm excited to use these probably at Pittsburgh Regionals. There's a bunch of new Pokemon releases this Friday, September 1st. First up, we have the Paldea Partner Tins. They're going to be coming in 3 different versions, one for each of the starters, of course, one for Quaquaval, one for Skeledirge, and one for my favorite personally, Meowscarada. Each 3 of these tins are going to come with 5 booster packs in total if you're in North America, 4 if you're in Europe. And the retail price I've been seeing is about 27 Canadian dollars, roughly 22 US. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's going to be 5 booster packs in total, and we don't know the exact contents of these tins just yet. But if you guys want to see all of the tins opened up to see what is inside exactly, I'll have that video on the channel this Friday or Saturday, so stay tuned for that. Quick look at the Quaquaval tin. You of course get a special promo art for Quaquaval. This card was originally released in the base set of Scarlet and Violet and isn't very expensive for the original artwork. It only goes for about $1.50 Canadian or $1 US. That's not a very popular or competitive card by any means. But if you're a Quaquaval fan, this promo tin is going to be something you might want to add to your collection, along with the Skeledirge one too. Skeledirge is not super popular either, especially with it being a fire-type Pokemon, and Shenpao is absolutely tearing it up right now. Fire Pokemon specifically might not see too much play anytime soon, but if you like Skeledirge, this is also a special promo art specifically for this tin. Here's a look at the regular base set version that came out in Scarlet and Violet if you want to compare both of the artworks. And then last but not least, we have the most competitive out of all of them, Meowscarada EX, and this is the one I'm looking forward to the most because I'm a Meowscarada gamer. I even have a Meowscarada deck profile as a YouTube short and a tournament vlog on the channel too, so I'll be doing an actual competitive Meowscarada EX deck profile with gameplay and more, teaching you how to play the deck on the channel within the next week or so. And if any of these tins were going to sell out, it is absolutely going to be the Meowscarada one, because again, it is the most competitive out of all of them, and I think Meowscarada is probably the most popular out of all 3. And that leads me to the common question of the day: which is your favorite Paldea region starter? For myself, it's Sprigatito, because I like Meowscarada. Pokemon is releasing 2 battle decks in total. We have the Meowscarada Deluxe EX battle deck and the Quaquaval. Now, unfortunately for my Skeledirge fans out there, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, you guys ain't gonna get a starter deck. But if you want to play Meowscarada EX or Quaquaval EX, both of these decks look pretty tempting to pick up. Downside to these products is that these are all gonna be reprinted cards. There's gonna be 0 new promo cards in this. There's no real reason to buy these decks unless you just want a handy, well-packaged product. Kind of disappointing in my opinion. I wish they included at least the promo from the Meowscarada tin and the Quaquaval tin, but it is what it is. Retail price is going to be around 20 to 22 Canadian dollars, probably 16 to 18 US. These are going to be level 2 Deluxe League battle decks. This is the first time they've done Deluxe battle decks, so I'm curious what other Deluxe battle decks they'll put out in the future. Maybe Skeledirge will get one down the road, but not anytime soon. Real quick, before we get to the rest of the September release items, I want to quickly mention, since we're talking about starter decks right now, that October has 2 new EX battle decks coming out. We have one for Kangaskhan EX and one for Greninja EX. Both of these EX battle decks are level 1, so they're going to be perfect for beginner level players. But yeah, those don't come until October, so you won't have to worry about those anytime soon. Final story for the starter decks releasing in September. These ones are actually really cool. They're a very different kind of starter deck, something we've never seen before in the Pokemon trading card game. My First Battle starter decks. These are going to be really unique products because they have 2 decks in one box, but they're not just regular Pokemon cards. They're unique cards that can really only be played against each other. So we have one featuring Squirtle and Charmander, and the other features Pikachu and Bulbasaur. Now, the thing with these decks is that they have an alternate type of rule set. So these decks are really meant for probably like kids 6 and under to learn the card game at the core, fundamental, like the super duper basics. So if you have someone who's never played before, this is probably something you might want to get just for fun. The decks are modified because typically you have a 60 card deck. These decks are going to be 17 card decks, and there's different kind of rules. It looks like you don't even take prize cards, they have prize tokens. So it's a cool, unique little experience, and all of the cards have special backs as well. So you're not allowed to mix these in with your typical standard Pokemon cards. A lot of these cards don't have like retreat cost, a lot of these cards don't have weaknesses and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about weaknesses when it comes to Squirtle versus Charmander. This is not a product at all recommended for collectors or people who actually know how to play the game. This is a super noob friendly thing to pick up, and I know some people want to just buy these to collect the cards and throw them into some binders, because a lot of the cards in these boxes, at least from what we can see right now, are all exclusive artwork. Now on to a product that we thought would never release, because, well, this product should have came out like way back during Astral Radiance, and we're talking about the brand new Jirachi V Box Collection. Apparently these just released over in France, and by the way, we opened up, some of you guys might remember, but when we bought Pokemon cards from Costco, we got French booster packs of like Unbroken Bonds in the tins. It was so weird. French cards, they released them in France. Some resellers have already uploaded these to like eBay to sell them on eBay, but we haven't yet seen an English version or these even hit North American markets. I actually have the Jirachi right here. This is the Jirachi from Japan. I bought this Jirachi in Japan. This is the artwork of the Jirachi as the promo for that Jirachi V box. Now, you can still pull this Jirachi V as a full art in Astral Radiance. That was the only way to get this card. And while we're talking about eBay, just a quick little heads up, I will be updating my eBay store with an absolute ton of Pokemon cards. So if you want to support the channel, support my Pokemon adventure, check out my eBay store. I got sleeves up there too. Also releasing this month, as we covered in a previous news video, we have the Pokemon Paradox Paris EX box. This is a special box releasing exclusively on Amazon, a place where I really don't buy Pokemon cards at all. I really much prefer supporting my local game shops and just other stores, not really buying on Amazon. I buy everything else on Amazon. I don't buy my Pokemon cards because Amazon has a lot of fake Pokemon cards too, so buyer beware. There's a lot of scammers out there on Amazon. Basically, it is a box that's going to have 5 booster packs in total. You get a reprinted copy of base set Miraidon EX and base set Koraidon EX in here, along with a Jumbo Cyclizar EX. And the box is really cool because you can display it in 2 different ways. One way features Miraidon, one way features Koraidon, and yeah, if you want to collect cool boxes like this, go for it. But this is just another fancy way for Pokemon to repackage a bunch of product that they didn't ship out already. So yeah, if you're a collector of these kind of boxes, go for it. Otherwise, it's a skippable product. Also, I want to shout out all the people that roasted me in the previous news video where I said that this is potentially could be a Target or a Toys R Us exclusive. I said Toys R Us because it still exists. Newsflash, but in Canada, we have a bunch of Toys R Us. In Japan, they got Toys R Us as well. So I know some Americans think the world revolves around them. It doesn't, but I can understand your confusion when it did say they could be a Toys R Us exclusive. I know that the Dragons collection box, the VMAX one, was a Target exclusive for you guys down there. Well, for us, it was a Toys R Us exclusive because we don't have Target in Canada. Targets went out of business like over a decade ago here. Next up, let's get a little spooky, a little festive with the brand new Halloween Trick or Trade booster bundles releasing for 2023. If you want to be known as one of those cool houses that gave out like jumbo size candy bars, or in this case, Pokemon booster packs, these are the cool kind of things you could give out. So these were like last year's booster trick or trade kind of things, and basically these are all going to be reprinted cards inside, but they're all going to have a special like Halloween pumpkin stamp. They might change it for this year, but they had a Halloween special stamp on them. And some of them had hollows that weren't as hollows before. 3 cards in total, so not a big booster pack, but you do get 50 packs in total. 50 packs from these booster bundles. You can buy these from like a lot of places that would sell trick or treat kind of related stuff, along with your local game shops. Target's gonna have these, Walmart too. They're going for about 20 Canadian dollars, so you could probably buy these for 15 or 16 US depending on where you go. In more holiday news, we have an actual holiday for the Christmas season. We have the Holiday Advent Calendar. These are also releasing on September 1st, and I'm excited for this because I want to buy one of these and just wait until Christmas time and open one of these like the special doors each day leading up to Christmas. Here's a look at last year's Holiday Advent Calendar. They're pretty cool. I managed to buy one on sale at Toys R Us, but this year it is a different theme. It has more of a blue look to them, and they're definitely a really fun kind of Pokemon experience you can have during the holidays. It includes a bunch of stuff inside, including 8 foil Pokemon TCG cards with a festive stamp. Last year it was like the Snowflake. You also get 5 Pokemon booster packs along along with 7 TCG 3-card fun packs. So think of them as like mini booster packs in a way. These have coins inside, some stickers as well. It also says there's going to be a sidekick dangler of Pikachu and Glaceon in here too. Just like a cute little keychain you can put on your keys if you wanted to. Last year when we opened it up, we pulled like an alt art out of one of the packs, which was pretty cool. I think we pulled like a alternate Ice Rider Calyrex V, which was pretty sick. Anyways, on to the next product. If you like playing with balls, there's a brand new Pokeball tin collection coming out for summer 2023. It's kind of weird though, because it's a release for September 1st. And pretty much, I want to say like it's pumpkin spice latte season right now. It's pretty much fall. So the fact that they're releasing these summer tins for these Pokeballs so late is kind of weird to me. Each time they release these Pokeball tin collections, they usually include one brand new ball for each time they do them. This time around, it's going to be the Lure Ball, which if you play the Pokemon VGC, you know that the Lure Balls are really good for catching Pokemon that you find while fishing. Now, we don't yet know the contents of these tins, what kind of packs will be inside. It's going to be a mystery, but I'm excited to see what packs do end up being in there, because we're going to try and buy these Pokeball tins and we'll show you guys exactly what's inside. They get a lot of hate because when Pokemon puts these Pokemon booster packs inside, they're like squished inside. Like they're really packed in there tightly. And I know some people end up getting their cards like already slightly damaged right when they open them out of the tin. I personally haven't really had that happen too much, I think. I've opened a lot and it hasn't been like an issue that I've had an issue with. But if you have an issue, grab a tissue. Or just don't grab these balls at all, or buy something else instead. Now on to the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 151 news release schedule for September. If you guys don't know, they're actually staggering the releases for these products. So some is going to be in September, some of it's going to be in October. So on September 22nd, here are the items from Pokemon 151 that are going to be releasing. We have the Pokemon 151 Elite Trainer Box. This box is pretty cool. It's going to have a ton of booster packs inside, along with a promo Snorlax, which looks absolutely amazing. There's also going to be booster bundles releasing, which will have 6 booster packs of 151 inside. There's also the poster collection, which will have a double-sided poster and a few packs of Pokemon 151, along with the binder collection, which will of course have a binder and a bunch of packs of Pokemon 151. And that wraps up all of the September Pokemon releases. If you guys want to see the rest of the Pokemon 151 items releasing, I have a buyer's guide on screen. You can click right here, check out that video. And if you want to know the best cards to take out of your bulk of Obsidian Flames, maybe save some money, make some money, click over here to see that video instead. But with that said, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next news video.